So I'm going to show you today an ankle decompression technique, which is a really useful one to use if you're having any problems with your knees. A good place to start is to check the ankles first. Your foot takes all the load when you're walking, so a healthy foot will be nice and relaxed and loose in all the joints and ligaments, and it means that the load will dissipate. If that's not happening, if your ankle's quite blocked up and locked, you'll have a likelihood to have either shin splints, problems with your knees, maybe at your hip. So I'm going to show you a simple technique that you can do on someone. You can't unfortunately do it on yourself, but you can help people in your family by doing it for them, and hopefully they'll do it back. So I'm going to work on the 3 planes of movement that your ankle should have. So the foot should point and flex, so dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. It should inwardly rotate and externally rotate, and it should invert and evert, or pronate and supinate, so you're rolling from one edge to the foot to the other. So your foot needs to be able to do all those 3 things. So all I'm going to do is work through those range of movements here. So you're going to cup the heel in one hand and just get them to relax their foot, and you're just going to point and flex their foot and just see what range of movement you've got there. And then without holding the foot, you're going to hold the leg and then do the same movement, just working from the heel. So this is feeling really tight. It's really hard to move the foot at all, but we'll get that loosened up hopefully as we go. So that's your point and flex movement. Just keep your leg nice and relaxed for me. And then we'll try rotating, inward rotation, external rotation. So you want to keep the leg still because you want to see the rotation from the ankle rather than any rotation through the leg. So again, that's quite tight. And then inversion and eversion. So it's coming in quite nicely, but it's not really wanting to go out the other way. So we're going to play around and see if we can get that freed up a little bit. So just make sure they keep their leg nice and relaxed. So all you're doing is cupping the heel with one hand, holding the ankle of the, well, above the ankle, sorry, holding the shin with the other hand. And you're just seeing what movement you can get. So you're not trying to force it, you're just almost trying to wiggle it free. And you just keep going, doing a few of each movement. Make sure that they keep their foot nice and relaxed, so you shouldn't feel any resistance from them tightening up the muscles through the foot. And then you're going to work through here. So depending what you find, you'll work on the ones that are most tight. So that's freed up quite a bit now. It's feeling a little bit easier. And you should find that it just feels a little bit looser as you go through. And you can focus on the areas that are tightest. And just keep coming back. And as you free one movement up, the others will usually free as well. So the other thing you can do is work through the upper part of the foot here. So you first of all want to cup the heel and turn it out slightly so you've got a nice straight line through the leg and the foot. And then you're sort of rolling the foot round. So nice little crack there. So that's just freed something up. So you might get some cracks as you're doing it. And then you want to try and flex it back the other way. So you can use your thumbs in underneath the foot and just try and free round as you go, and just work through the foot. You're quite gentle, but you need to be a little bit firm. And then we can come back and see if that's then freed anything up through here again. It's a little bit more locked than I'd like, but I would just keep working away at this for sort of 5 or 6 minutes. And just keep repeating those movements. So the other thing that you can try, if someone tends to get shin splints or if they feel very tight around the ankle, you can work up and loosen up through the front of the shin on either side of the bone. So you don't want to go directly over the bone, and you're just going to work in with your fingers or the heel of your hands, quite nice. And you're just going to push in. So you don't need to apply too much pressure. Just want to be a little bit firm, and you're just rolling on up, easing through any tightness. So you can do this on yourself. So if these are really tight, something that you need to work on, and you can just do this yourself watching TV and just work through, and after a few days some of the tightness will start to ease off. It doesn't take too long to start having an effect. Is that feeling quite tight? I think that's a yes. So you can go at the outside of the ankle as well, so coming up the side of the shin. Usually not quite so painful. This one's, most people, this one's quite tender. and you can just work your way through. So you can, if you've got tightness around the back of the ankle as well, you can work in through here. You're just applying a little bit of pressure and just nice sweeping strokes as you go through. So let's just come back to the foot and have another quick look, see where we're at. So like I said before, you would just keep working away and you'll find gradually it will just free up. So it might take a few goes. This one's not going to go today, but I would just keep working away, doing a little bit every few days. So there you go, that's how you can unlock your ankle, and give it a try and see if it helps any issues you might have with your knee. Let me know how you get on. Well done.